Welcome to another session of Endless Legend. So as it stands, our economy is doing really well. As you can see, we're really close to picking up extra food or extra populace due to our high food production. We have both the Necrophages hero with a good amount of food bonuses and also a bonus to unit production. And we have, let me see the upgrades. Here, this husbandry center and the seed storage in our city. So that means because of the husbandry center and feeds our bones' slavery perk, our populations are going to generate a lot of extra food. Not just because of this pacified village, but also because of the husbandry center upgrade. So we plan to settle our next city soon, but probably we're going to stick on 2-ish bases here, or 2-ish cities, and just plan on abusing the proliferator unit. Well, for any other faction, this would be like almost disaster, like spawning so close to 2 different factions. But I think it's okay-ish for us. Oh, crap. Oh, I didn't think about that. So green has just claimed another territory. One of the disadvantages of playing on Endless, the AI has time to set up 3 cities, and the time it took us to set up 1 city. So I don't know if I made any mistakes there. I mean, we moved in the direction where it was like, we could still go up here now. We're not wasting too much time. But obviously, if we would have gone up directly, it would have been a bit better. We can still go to Hellcrust. But obviously that's less ideal because then we have borders with 2 factions. And one of which we've already fought with to get a stockpile. So, not great. Yeah, that is very unfortunate. That means our first base is going to be quite heavily delayed. And yeah, that's just not good. I'll just stay. Now we could get burrows really quickly. If we're getting burrows, which direction do we want to go in? We don't really want to go here, because being near the ruins means that we're losing opportunities to build up. Although, we kind of want to triangulate as fast as possible, actually, and then we can go build a triangle like here, along this pattern. And I think that's okay. Could also try and go up for those 2 anomalies. What is this? Bonus food and science, and a lot more food. So that is obviously neat, but would it be better than getting a triangle? So we're delaying the triangle by 1 burrow by going like up here. Not sure if that's best. Pretty soon, well, we could get an altar of Auriga pretty soon, but to do that we need units to go and pick up these pearls. This is a difficult spot. We could start building an echo drone. Might just be the correct choice. I'm just checking how many I can move over while still maintaining a good worker production. So fortunately we've set up a strong base of food production, which is actually kind of important for us that we just build up 1 city very well. Because we're playing as Necrophages, we don't have the option of impressing villagers, meaning that our new expansions are going to kind of suck. That's one of the hidden downsides of this. Wait, where is it? The perk this pitiless perk which prevents us from doing diplomacy. So our expansions are always going to be worse than other factions' initial expansions because they can impress the villagers and gain free workers that way. We cannot. We can only destroy the villages and then rebuild them. So setting up 1 base or 1 city very well is going to be the preferred way to go for us. We're kind of, at least at the start of the game, we're kind of similar to the cultists in that way. We prefer having 1 really strong base than spreading ourselves too thin, because spreading ourselves out a lot is not actually going to be that valuable. What we actually want to do is capture other regions which have already been developed a bit. I already have a couple of workers, and that's how we're going to expand. I mean, getting this settler was low opportunity. I mean, there was low cost to getting this, so there was some cost. It might be better just to start on 1 base and build from there. But it looked like we could have easily picked up this region. It has some nice stuff in there, like especially this anomaly. Palm trees, very solid. I guess these anomalies are okay too. Just the happiness anomaly is especially good. So yeah, we don't have a standing army, so we can't generate cadavers, which is not good. We also need, what do we need for this? Let me double check. There's a special quest we have. We need 20 spices and 10 titanium. We have spices each turn, although we're only generating 4 of them. Or 1 of them a turn, sorry. We only have 4 of them. So here we could have picked up extra spices for that quest anyways. It looks like there's spices here as well. So yeah, not ideal. I could spend gold here, but I want to save that up for a hero. Like getting out a unit or whatever turn early is not too impressive. Oh, I should have actually upgraded that design. Is it even worth it to get a settler at this point? I mean, a necro drone, because we're gonna get better armor next turn anyways. It's probably best to just start with a burrow, and then we can move that to the back of the queue, and then pick this thing up later. Actually, looks like we can pick this up faster if we move workers, more workers over. Although I'd prefer to have the workers sooner, as usual. Yeah, I think it's correct to delay building any necro drones until we've reached the next tier. I don't think about that. I lost a tiny bit of industry because of that, but whatever. Not the end of the world. Could actually build our city on the spices deposit, although that makes it a lot weaker in general. And that tune is letting us know that we've reached the next technological age. Now, as I mentioned before, our strategy is going to be very militaristic. This is good both for defensive reasons, because, well, look at the lay of the land. Like, we're next to 2 factions, Forgotten and Broken Lords, both of which are kind of militaristic, meaning that we have to worry about being run over, starting from turn 30. So if we adopt a militaristic strategy, that's going to increase our chances of living through the starting turns. And the other reason is that we have Proliferator, which is the cure to the endless AI imbalance of having less army units than the AI does. Like, normally the AI just overpowers you with too many army units. That's just basically how it works. Like, you're always, if you're playing reasonably well, you should always take better trades than the AI does, because your army formations will be better than it, almost by default. But the thing is, it will have like 4 times as many armies as you do. But the Proliferator changes that dynamic, because each time you hit a unit with the Proliferator, its damage is pathetic and it always misses, right? Well, its damage is not bad, but its attack is pathetic, so it keeps missing. But the thing the Proliferator does is that when you kill a unit affected by it, you get a free unit, the Battleborn, at the end of combat, and then you get basically infinite reinforcements as long as they throw units at you. And because the AI is very bad at countering this, that means that you're going to have enough forces to sustain a long-term conflict without actually gimping your industry, or without going, at least without weakening anything else. So the Proliferator is something we definitely want. We also definitely want this meritocratic promotion to increase our basic army size, and we want these upgrades to use the titanium we have to outfit better units. And once we have a huge army, we also want this cannon fodder, which is an excellent faction-specific upgrade, which increases our military, or increases the amount of military units we can have for the same upkeep. So it reduces the upkeep on our units and also on our heroes, which saves us a lot of dust, meaning we're less likely to go broke sustaining our armies. Now, I think I want to go for these things first, and just... Actually, it looks like it's going to take us a while to get the alloys, so we should probably pick up the Alchemy Workshop as a good general science upgrade. And then we can use that workshop to improve our science production in our main city. I wonder if we should actually put lots of workers into science to get this alchemy workshop out faster. Maybe that's correct. In the meantime, we can get up a Burrow Streets and probably a Necro Drone. Let's upgrade the basic designs here. Now, we're not going to face any ranged units from the Dust Lords. Broken Lords, whatever. Our neighbors here have no ranged units. They only have infantry and cavalry and support. Well, I guess Range Slayer is good against support, but it's a high tier tech unit for them. Then here, the Forgotten have ranged units, but they might also go infantry. So teching Foragers into anti-ranged is potentially less good than equipping the claws on them. So what the claws give us... Well, actually, let me see how good the shields is defending. Okay, 20% defense and bonus against ranged. Okay, so 20% defense is solid. Also gives us some bonus defense and life. So that's a decent mix of defense. Although I think this is going to be better just because of increased damage. Yeah, we're losing out on some defense, but also we're gaining a lot of attack bonus. And then the nice thing about claws is if you don't have initiative, and they attack you, it can hit multiple targets on the swatch strike back. So it's actually quite good when you don't have initiative if the opponent doesn't carefully play around it, and the AI doesn't carefully play around it, so it's pretty solid. I'm also going to get improved movement. We could get this sharp sense if we thought we were facing ranged units, or if a unit was already quite fast, but I don't think we are, so let's just keep it that way. We probably want to attack the Broken Lords player green instead of the Forgotten player anyways, because they're just closer to us. And if we say start a campaign against, I guess we don't actually need this movement, so maybe we want to get the sharp sense and improved vision. I'm not sure though. Maybe we just prefer to have the movement anyways. If we link up our foragers and necrodrones, then too bad, we're losing out some movement points. Wait, let me actually see how fast the foragers are. They're currently at 5 moves, so the same as the base necrodrone. Yeah, and maybe that means we want this rather, just in the off chance we face Forgotten ranged units. And the bonus movement speed is actually not going to help us that much when we have the full army together. Unless we definitely want these necrodrones to the scouts. But they're also cheaper industry-wise, like this is substantially less industry cost, and also gives us a neat little bonus. So generally your army moves with the slowest unit, so I like having them all at the same-ish speed. Oh, that's weird, it has like a bulb thing. I guess it's used to set up the hive or whatever. So if we got a necrodrone, that would take us 6 turns, this would take us 4 turns. But if we went like this, we could have a necrodrone and then start the science thing at the same time. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, keep one worker on food. And then we build a city probably here. This might be a better spot. Although the closer the city is to us, the better. So maybe we even want to build it here. Yeah, this is not a bad... This is a terrible tile. Any tile that has food is obviously bad for us. Although it doesn't look like there's much that's really great for us here. When winter ends, this will give us more food, obviously. Right. River tiles are good. Like, even for bow necrophages. Because they actually give us an amount of food. Although this starting tile seems to be kind of garbage, inherently. Because then it gives two resources per tile. And we could put it here just for the extra science. And I definitely want my city to be as close as possible to my other city. Just for defensive reasons, and the sooner we get it set up, the better, obviously. Yeah, there's not that much better over here, like 7-7 currently. I guess we gain a little bit of extra food during winter. Oh, sorry, when winter ends. I should probably do the math. I don't want you to. Or we could go all the way over there. I kind of just like setting up now for strategic reasons. Like, this region doesn't have to be that good over time, but it does have to be defensible, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. Not sure. Our Alchemy Workshop is now cheaper. This drone should be cheaper as well. Okay, 1 work on Alchemy Workshop seems to be ideal. Once we have Alchemy Workshop, oh, we can assimilate the Orcas now. They give us building cost reduction. That's pretty nice, and the Jotas give us vision. But sadly, we don't have that much influence production, so that might have to wait for now. We might need to move Feeds on Bones here, although Feeds on Bones could be very good as a unit production hero. Like a 20% boost is... okay, they're noticing we have common frontiers. Normally that means the AI is thinking about munching you. Oh, I should have checked if heroes are available. No, not yet. So we're sandwiched between two dangerous nations. We could attack orange first, hoping to knock them out before green aggroes us. Have we met green? Yeah, I think we have. Mildly jealous, leery, unafraid, okay. I think I'll just stay very defensive for now. At least until we have better means of defending ourselves. We could try and get this museum. Although, it's not so easily done. I'd really like to complete this quest. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the quest gives us a new hero. We can potentially use, I should say, a new Necrophage hero, who we can potentially use as a military commander. But to do that, we need 20 spices and 10 titanium, but we have that easily. So we can also just buy out this mill foundry and forget about getting a hero. I would really like a second hero, just as another governor. Although, maybe that's just a pipe dream. This is a tough choice. I think I should give up on it and just set up the city faster. Normally we'd have another way to do this, like we'd be able to just charm these villagers and have 3 workers immediately, or close to immediately. But sadly, we won't be able to get to that spot last time. So if given that I made that choice, I probably should have made it last turn. But okay. I can just go for the seed storage directly, which will make it 1 turn faster at the cost of reversing our food progress. So no thanks. It's good that we get this Necro drone out sooner rather than later. Pick up some pearls. Again, losing our military presence at the start of the game was pretty bad, and definitely something I should have avoided, I think. Again, I'm not a seasoned Necrophage player. All I know is that proliferators are insane. Okay, somebody else has built this. That's unfortunate. This is a very nice building to have, and the fact that somebody else has it is a bit sad. Hopefully we can take it away from them. Oh, orange has it. That makes me very interested in attacking orange. Okay, earn influence, we're not going to do this. Be the first to attack and defend 10 armies, defeat 10 armies of other empires. Yeah, we can do this. And we get this free counter item, very nice. We could start this if we wanted. I don't think we're going to make it though. Again, we need a lot of glass steel for this. And we need the titanium we get to construct warriors. So. And construct science buildings. I'm just going to buy this out as well. Just build the city up as fast as possible. Yeah, it is unfortunate that we couldn't save up for another hero, but again, I can just pick up a hero here. It's not the end of the world. Okay, that is very worrying. The fact that they have armies on our border. That is a lot of units. That's very scary. And also, kind of unfair. Like, there's no way we could generate this many troops in that short a time. We should go for the alchemy workshop, I think. Yeah, we can get the extra worker very soon. We have 9 pearls. If we can get 1 more pearl, we can get the altar. And the altar is very nice because it's basically a better burrow. A little bit less appealing for us because our burrows are anyway quite cheap, but you know, I'm not complaining. Okay, let me get this improved weapons. I think that's going to be quite important. We don't have to worry about proliferating that now, we just have to worry about being able to defeat them at all. And don't get me wrong, I'm worried. This game has gone okay. Like, I set up our economy well, but I forgot about military. If somebody tried to steal technology, I'm okay with that. And there's a request of ruins, but we have to avoid armies. Okay. That is interesting, although can I really afford to move my only decent army units away from my set city and leave my border unprotected? Possibly not. I will try though, but it's very dangerous, I think. Do it. Don't try this at home. I don't know. What do we get in return for this quest? I should have checked first. 40 Palladian. That is very nice. Well, this is a relatively fast army. We can always bounce back. After we get this alchemical alloys, we'll kind of be set in terms of army units. I should probably get the spice extractor sooner rather than later. Well, it's actually quite expensive. Maybe I should have gotten this Urka's village sooner rather than later. I could assimilate Jotus, but it doesn't actually do that much for me. Sad that upon getting these spices, we won't actually be able to use them for anything interesting. Like, we can't pop the spices because we need them for the quest. So. And again, we do need that warrior hero, or even governor. Alright. So there are a lot of armies that are border, which is worrying. We can try and close borders, both factions. Although closing borders is a surefire way to send our relations spiraling towards, I don't know, bad relations? Oh boy. Yeah, it's definitely a good way to commit diplomatic suicide in the long term. Although in the short term it might buy us some time. I think I'm gonna split like this. Just get this up as soon as possible, and then we have the science we need to get this titanium weaponry, which is very, very important. After that, we can decide whether we want to go the full proliferator or get the alchemical armors first. I know it's not called titanium weaponry, but like effectively, that's what it is. Yeah, let's hope neither orange nor original green declare war on us right now, because we need a few more turns to set up. Just a few. Ah, speak of the devil. Like, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, turn 34, they're declaring war on us. Well, I know what that means, right? Means we have to garrison that place up. And we need to switch everything into warriors. And we probably need to get the proliferator right away. Actually, no, we need to get that armors. To get that weaponry as soon as possible. Wait, we thought... Yeah, we might have to give up the city. It's not that good anyways, but... Obviously not good if we have to give it up. Hopefully we can sell it quite dearly. And also, hopefully, green will engage with orange. I'm really hopeful that green and orange fight. Well, next turn we're besieging this. And we can't really build forces here, so we're just going to have to sit back and build forces on our main city. And hope that that works. This is not a good start. Yeah, the fact that the AI is in a position to declare war on you by turn 34 is kind of ridiculous. It's just, I just think it's a way that the endless difficulty is balanced very badly. I think we're going to go for our chemical alloys and then just pick up the proliferator and then plan on pushing faster rather than with better armies. The armies seem okay, but not like we need the best equipment to beat them, you know? Okay. They're besieging our city. So it's too bad, I guess. I don't know, could I save it? I think the fact that I moved the army unit outside of the city means that it can't reinforce when the city's attacked. I think that's how it works. I can just keep scouting with this army there. No, it actually does work that way. We are reinforcing our main army. Okay, never mind. This is very confusing. Now we have titanium weaponry. We should definitely think about upgrading our units. And we should also definitely think about splitting our production so that we can build units very quickly. And also get the science we need, which is proliferator, very quickly. Okay, we need a lot of people in science to get the proliferator faster. Okay, let's just get the titanium claws. And since we're fighting, I mean, what have we seen from them? We've seen Ended and Assassins. In that case, we aren't really interested in Axes, because Axes are specifically good against their ranged units, and those ranged units are only good in groups. So, if we're facing their ranged units, we're very worried about their ranged units precisely when they're a lot of them grouped together, and not so much if there's only a couple. So I think we're going to go like this. Actually, in that case, we want to have a bit faster production. It seems like that doesn't make too much of a difference. And we don't actually mind if the we don't actually mind if our proliferator comes out slower. Now, the real question here is, do we want to bring this Necrodrone into the defense? I think yes. Because, yeah, I think so. It probably means we have a better chance of holding here. And there is a cost to it, obviously, that we could potentially lose a good unit, but you know, there are advantages as well. Potentially gain or keep a city. Alright. I'm not sure what we should attack here. I guess the assassins are relatively vulnerable, so we should gang up on them. Probably split it like this. Yeah, look, their units are very vulnerable to the poison mechanic, so if we could spread the poison for Necrodrone. The reason I say vulnerable is because their units don't have much health. There. I'm just gonna go here, send the militia over there, keep the militia tanking over there. Ideally, we can just split our units so this chain lightning doesn't do that much. If worst comes to worst, we're gonna have to keep running with our little Necrodrone that could. We could keep hitting these units with poison. And I think that's not the worst idea. We could try and kill one of the units. Well, our units are dying very quickly, so maybe it's worth it to just try and finish this unit. Yeah, we got him. We got that one. So we've already sold like 2 militia units. And we're not even done with this combat, right? We've already sold ourselves quite dearly. We've killed 2 assassins and lost only 1 militia unit. So that's very nice. Now I think I'm going to go and split their forces like this. Actually, we can gang up on the same unit, but this militia doesn't actually do that much damage. And if it just draws the attention of that guy, that's fine. But obviously it depends on them choosing to attack it. So maybe I should have gone like this to have the unit fighting the unit on the same tier of elevation, but okay, whatever. Yeah, we might actually hold here. That's pretty cool. I was convinced we were gonna lose, but yeah. They did have way more military units than us. But our one Necrodrone really, you know, showed it to them there. So the fact that they split up their armies probably didn't help them either. And our armies regenerate quickly, so as long as we can bring the Necrodrone sort of back. And also picking up that combat buff from the Conflux there is also no joke. Like, every little bit can count in these small time engagements. We're just gonna be ready to move back if that should happen, or if the need should arise. Alright, so we actually held there. I was a bit needlessly salty. Look, the air can attack really quickly, and that's kind of unfair considering how many more resources they have than you do. But oh, I should have changed the production priorities here. We should get some foragers. We can't actually because we need a new worker. Did we lose a population unit? Maybe. That would be very strange. So we could get a military unit here, but it's going to take us a while. So we'd rather just rely on our main city to build military units, I think. At least for now. Okay, that's fine. We do want extra workers, but we also want the bonus science. We could split like this. Nah, we don't need the proliferator super fast. We need to build at least a 4-stack before we want the proliferator. Maybe I want to rush it. Yeah, I don't need the food production at the moment. Alright, so we held there, pretty convincingly. Let's see about the diplomacy screen. How do they feel about truce? Nope, not interested. So the fact that we defeated their armies did not impress them. Okay, they don't seem to have any army units in our region. Excellent. So that was basically a one-wave attack. It's possible that other army was chomped by green. So, yeah, I was a bit worried there. Or like I was overly pessimistic. Put it that way. And I did manage to hold quite easily thanks to the power of the Necro drone in terms of its damage output. And also the fact that they didn't focus fire very well. Their units are quite vulnerable, etc, etc. So we can actually retrofit these units for a little bit of titanium, and then we'll have like level 2 attack units, which is great. They're very powerful. So now we're getting to the point where we can think about, well, not quite there, but we're starting to think about counterattacking. In 2 turns, we should have enough spices, but we won't have quite enough titanium because I've been prioritizing military units. Actually, we can cut this Necro drone, and we will have enough titanium. Okay, that's great. And then we'll get the proliferator next, so that we'll have a 3-stack plus a proliferator, and then we can really start having some designs. I don't know. It sounds like a fantasy thing of designs on your cities or whatever. Don't know if it actually makes sense. We're just going to bounce this flight back. I mean, going for that was maybe a little bit greedy or fancy. But okay. Need to patrol our borders. Necro drones can move very quickly through forest areas because they fly. Flying units ignore the movement tiles restrictions, so they're always faster no matter what. I'm just going to bounce our army out here at the start of the turn. That's why I'm clicking like a fight in a slightly manic fashion. Yeah, as you can see, there's a slight vulnerable period, but despite the fact that there's still some of our dust. Irritating, but not so bad. There are other things they could have been doing. Okay, the fact that green is massing inside our territory gives me pause. Again, the weird fantasy tropes, like... Aggression gives me pause. I do desperately want a proliferator. Although, really, can I actually do much with this city? Probably not. The hope is that the city can hold if green decides to invade. Let's see how strong their stalwarts are. They only have 31 damage. They have a ton of defense, though. Our damage is way higher. Yeah, our units seem generally a lot better than theirs. Our defense is lower and our health is lower, but okay, we can live with that. I would like to go for this, but we don't have enough titanium to fund it, so we can go for meritocratic first, I think. Or maybe even cannon fodder first. It's a bit ambitious. But you know, why not? Actually. I can just form up to one army. I didn't expect retrofit to be so cheap. But I guess we only had to retrofit one item. Okay, I think we have the spices we need now. Okay, somebody else got this. Oh, they're declaring war on us too. Oh no, we're being sandwiched very hard. Okay, we've got enough. Oh, we do have a... Oh, it's currently the dust eclipse, and we have a stockpile. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now we get to see... Now we get to see the power of stockpiles in this faction. We can't actually make the army. Let's move here. We had to make a new army of Battleborn. As you can see, the Battleborn are actually pretty solid units. Give a good amount of damage, have high life, and... Well, they're pretty slow. But that's the only real downside here. Now we're going to bounce over here and pick up our new hero. So, given that I got all that, I definitely want to go for cannon fodder now. Well, our dust situation is not great. Alright, we searched the temple, we got emeralds, which is like actual the worst. And now we got Karis, who is an outsider who ends up becoming a necrophage. He gives army attack boosts, pretty nice. So a pretty solid warrior there. We gave up most of our dust doing that though, to pick up Karis. And we need to get the level 2 skilled no idle hands or level 1 fast healer to upgrade Karis. Maybe I'm up in this guy. And get this, well, probably not. Those guys are being wrecked. And yeah, get some glass steel actually, which we would like. Let me actually see which empires picked up that special building. Oh, orange again. You know, once I've dealt with this green situation, I'm feeling going up here and just grabbing their special buildings in the city. Those are quite nice, you know. Oh, we got a nice little crossbow, which would be nice if we were crossbow users. Alright, we need to get a proliferator, long story short. And we need to make sure we upgrade the proliferator. So let's see about that. Now, this is a beautiful animal. Well, it's probably a thinking sentient creature. Oh. It's beautiful. Now let's see, we can give it titanium weaponry, but we don't have much titanium, and again, it's not a good attack unit, its attack is very low, it's likely to miss. We want it for the debuff. Now, Unsteady is a nice debuff, it increases attack on target in addition to this parasitism, which will give us extra voice or whatever. And we're going to get the bonus movement speed, proliferator is very slow. So let's just pump one out here. And this should be our top priority. Yeah, we can get one super fast, and that's good. Now we can also assign Karis to this army. My question is, can we upgrade Karis? Not really. Infantry Slayer weapons are nice, though. I'm interested in getting this. We might as well upgrade Karis at this point. And then later in the game, we can always give him titanium weaponry. It's funny, our army is stealth, but they're in the cities. Yeah, we need this cannon fodder fast as well, though. Once we pick up this proliferator, I think we should just put... Actually, we're going to become financially broke really soon if we don't pick that up. ASAP. Sorry, I just have to move some stuff around. The Endless Legend experience. Alright, we're just gonna settle with losing one dust a turn until we get cannon fodder. That's just gonna be life for us, I guess. And we definitely want more units, but we don't have enough. We might as well get a second proliferator then. Although the second one is less valuable than the first one. Although we want the first one really quickly. I guess we can wait like 4 turns for the proliferator. No, we can't. The proliferator is so important to our... Like, as soon as we have an engagement, the proliferator is absolutely crucial for us. We can go for this. More unit... Like, the same pattern we had last time. And I think that's fine. Bonus science, bonus unit production. We have armies to defend ourselves with. If green tries to attack, we want us to attack... Or them to attack into us, so we get the nice defensive bonus, in addition to the fact that we have good weaponry. We should be able to nettle them, despite them outnumbering us, I think. And also they have these eyeless ones in their army. And eyeless ones are not good. Look, the support units vary so incredibly in this game. There's the possibility that you get something truly incredible, like the proliferator, and then there's the possibility that you get something truly awful, like the eyeless ones. Alright, good, our army was invisible, and I think they just walked into our trap. This is probably the second army we can catch here, and if we do catch them, I'm going to push straight into their territory. I'll obviously produce more armies to try and watch my back against the Forgotten. Actually, I forgot. Lol. That was completely unintentional. I forgot that the second Forgotten army might have been invisible. If they're not using manufacturing units, all of the army units are invisible, so we won't be able to see them. So moving down to attack green has its risks. Although at this point, I very much feel like I do want to capture new territories and sort of force one of these sides into making a truce. Again, we're very much being sandwiched in this game. There's no other way to describe it. But maybe I can show you the military power of this faction by surviving here. Alright. Let's see about that, shall we? Alright, so unfortunately our spawn location is kind of awkward. They get to storm the high ground. I guess we can always flank them with the Necro drones. How tanky is our hero? Not as tanky as these Battleborns, actually. So I guess we want the Battleborns to take the brunt of the attack, even though they are infantry units and these guys all have great swords. And then we can flank them with the bugs. I guess they're all bugs. Okay, we move this unit over here, then we attack like this. Attack like this. And our hero is kind of stuck, I didn't think about that properly. Can we move the Forager around? Not really. I guess the Foragers is kind of better than our hero. Like, our hero doesn't have the weaponry he needs. Do these units have disease? Yeah, in that case we should spread the disease. And we should focus on spreading the disease here too. So we move around, we hit this guy. Yeah, we could sandwich them very nicely, actually. And disease everyone. Unfortunately, my hero is not going to be part of the sandwich, you know. That happens. I'm dispositioned, basically. But otherwise, this fight should be going really well for us. It's weird. Normally you want to hit the same target repeatedly to maximize that DPS against a single target. But with the Necrophages, we want to make sure that every unit has disease debuff on them first. I actually forgot that our other guy couldn't reach this army. Yeah, and it looks like everything is going extremely well here. As you can see, these guys are not very strong. Okay, we have a militia here, doesn't matter. Now we do want to stack up on this guy, make sure we kill him. Move this up, and make sure we attack here. Or maybe even... Nah, this unit is not that dangerous. It has a shield, so we're not very scared of that. Actually, we should probably split it like this. And we could attack the support units, but I don't think they're very dangerous. I'm not going to focus on units I don't think are going to kill me. Yeah, so the Dust Eclipse is great for us. 2 free units. Like I said, Necrophages gained a huge buff from the recent expansion because their Dust ability is insane. Like, getting free army units and also getting extra cadavers. Like, we're going to get more cadavers during this fight because lots of units are going to die. And then we're going to get even more army units. So during the Dust Eclipse, we are just phenomenal. So I guess the theme of the episode is really a sandwich versus Dust Eclipse. That sounds so weird. But basically, that's what's happening here. We are using and abusing the power of the Dust Eclipse to overcome the worst of military situations that were war on 2 fronts. Which is, yeah. Not that I don't condone war. Very, very bad in real life. Very, very fun in strategy games. Alright, we're just gonna wreck these eyeless ones. Again, most support units have meaningless debuffs, but some support units are incredible, like the Proliferator. It single-handedly makes our strategy. And now the fact that we get bonus units during the Dust Eclipse means that we don't even need the Proliferator to outnumber the AI. Think about that. That's how insane this faction is. Now that we've survived those first 2 rushes, we're definitely positioned to win, I think. I don't think I'm overemphasizing our advantage here. I think we just push it. And we should pop that. And we can even just pop our recycled stockpile in the city. And just get two new units. How insane is that? How incredible is that? The answer is very stupid question. How incredible is this incredible thing? We should definitely put one worker here into... So some workers here into food. Sorry, it's dust, because we want to speed along our proliferator. Yeah, unfortunately our upkeep is going to go high until we have the cannon fodder upgrade. In which case our upkeep is going to go down again. Yeah. We can even start besieging the city. And I think... Well, I want the proliferator first. But I can't start besieging it. The thing is, if they attack us, are we going to take them? I don't know. I think there's no reason not to be a little bit patient here. Well, there is a good reason. That's 15 stacks a turn. It takes a long time to finish besieging a city, so we should be careful there. Once we have cannon fodder, we go back for meritocratic promotion for bigger armies, and then alchemical armor. Or both of these in some order. Again, we don't care that much about industry right now, because we're going to win by claiming territories from other people, and that requires military. Normally, the only reason I don't often pursue this strategy in this game is because I don't think most factions are capable of this, or I think they are. You should do military. Okay, Hellcross is the target of a spy. It's obviously unideal. Not ideal. These are a lot of armies they have. They have stalwarts. They have these Idis ones. So that's good for us. Idis one's bad. Hopefully we can pick up a titanium deposit somewhere. And extra spices would be nice. Spice is nice and will suffice. Yeah, the fact that winter has ended means we need less production on dust. It's very nice. To not be spending stuff on useless things. I mean, when you're spending production on dust, you're basically... Unless you're getting something out of the dust, which you don't do until late in the game, you're kind of wasting workers. I'm not saying it's always bad or anything, I'm just saying it's generally a bit suboptimal. I mean, sometimes you should definitely do it. Alright, the question is, do we want to take this engagement? Well, we have to kind of take this engagement, unless we want to sacrifice these units, go like this. Don't think we should, though. I think we should be fine. As long as we set up our conclave nicely, force them to attack into us. Conclave, I say conclave, I meant concave. Which unit is the tankiest? Definitely the Battleborn. Battleborns are pretty sick units, to be honest. Now, what's going to happen here? I think we should just wait back and let them come and attack into us while we set up our large forces. And the Battleborn are the ideal. Well, they're not ideal because they are infantry, so they do bonus damage against us, but they have high health, which is very good. And look, they're going to attack into us, fine, but we start triggering disease and stuff. And we have more... Look at this concave. The basic idea is we have more attacks or units attacking them than they have units attacking us. That's the basic idea behind a concave. It's obviously really good. Alright, let's see. Who gets to move first? This unit. This unit gets to move first. It gets to attack here and activate the disease there. Then which unit gets attacked next? This unit? This unit can move here. Wait. For some reason I couldn't move it. Okay, I can move here and attack this unit. Or I can attack this unit and stimmy their movement a bit. Then this unit can move here and attack this unit. Then this unit could move here and attack this unit. Yeah, no, it can move here and attack like this. Then we can have Forager move down here, and then we can have this unit. I don't actually know. Maybe you should keep the bug in the back. The thing is, if we move the bug all the way over here, it's very vulnerable to be attacked from all sides. Although we're already locking down. Okay, we're already locking down this guy, this guy, this guy. And then this guy, maybe? Wait, who moves first? This guy moves first. I guess we can move the bug here and just take out the support. Then we should definitely move Karius up. I mean, Karius is going to brawl with him. Actually, Karius could just move here. Hopefully this guy will probably close the gap on Karius and lock him into spawn point. When a unit doesn't move after the block off the spawn point, which is very unfortunate. It's kind of one of the things that makes initiative good in this game. It's not like I dislike the battle system, I just think it's very, very, very weird if you've never played this game before. Like, it's been ages not understanding how anything works. That's basically true. Yeah. This is a bit of a risky placement. It does ruin our concave a little bit. But they only get one attack off here. Actually, they don't even get any attacks off, that's fine. Karius is going to take some hits, but that's okay. You can regenerate over time. We could send this here to... Okay, our main line is breaking through, that's good. Should put them off this hold position. You basically use hold position if you're trying to hold a certain formation. Like here, I set up this beautiful concave. And the idea behind the concave is just they attack into us, we have 5 units attacking, they have 3 units attacking. Easy money, right? More units attacking means more damage, means we have an advantage. As long as we maintain something like this formation. Or something like this formation even. They have units coming in 2 at a time, we just take them down slowly. Now the units are starting to die, the formations will start to break down. So we'd have to worry about that a little bit less. Now I would move... this bug can move up and attack this guy. But at the same time the bug is kind of injured, so maybe we want to move it here and support Karius maybe. And then Karius can move away from the spawn point, which will let us have more reinforcements in the future. So that's good. I think I'm controlling this battle in particular. I'm controlling very well. I'm not going to say I battled very well in other engagements, etc. But I think here I'm doing quite fine. Now we want to prevent them from attacking a lot. So we want to prevent these units from getting attack off this turn. I think I'm fine moving the bug over and trying to lock this. Who's attacking first? This is attacking first, attacking here. Can attack here. We just attack these guys. Maybe I should move the bug back. Oh, I can just kill this. Yeah, I think it's fine. Our bug is quite durable, actually. Never mind. That was a terrible auto move, dumbass. Yeah, you never trust your bugs to do anything sensible. I mean, they're all bugs. But, yeah, whatever. Okay, we killed that one. Now there are 2 guards here. The militia are not very powerful, fortunately. Okay, fortunately the AI is terrible for everyone, so... Weirdly, that positioning was perfect. Very strange. Alright. So, we actually want to sandwich them here. This is basically the story of 2 sandwiches. We want to move the Battleborn back. We get 1 hit here. Alright. We don't want to lose Battleborn. They're valuable warriors. Look at how much defense they have. Very, very interested in keeping them alive. I can move this bug here. And we can take this guy if we think we have the potential to take them both out. And then Karius is going to block here. Okay, fine. This bug is still quite vulnerable. We just wanted to attack that. Alright. I want to move this back. I want to move these warriors here. Yeah, we can move this forager here, it's quite fast, and then this battleborn can move here, this battleborn can move all the way back, and this army can sort of maneuver around here. If we can hit that guy in the back, then we can use this unit to keep the other ones alive, and that's, you know, obviously good. Battleborn are so powerful. Like, they're often just 3 units, but they're often just very powerful in the early and mid game, so... They're not very good in the end game. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty atrocious. But if you have 3 units at that point, you know, it's not like you hate yourself or you hate your life, your empire. Don't believe. Like if you have 3 units, it's okay. But and there's nice tricks you can do with Battleborn, like in the end game. I think we're just going to attack like this with our weak warriors. Just cordon them off, just send our bugs back. We want to keep our units alive. We want to kill them efficiently. We want to defeat them without losing much. That's just true anyways, but especially true in endless difficulty. Go back here. And these units are disposable, they can take hits, I don't care. The battle is sort of nearing its end, so we don't have to worry about... We could try and kill all of them, but we don't have to worry that much about that. What we have to worry about is keeping most of our units alive now, because we're winning very badly, and we want to preserve that advantage without having any of our weakened units get picked off. So what this was all about was efficient trading. Like, we win units, and they win units. Winning the battle here is not that important. Winning an advantage in units for future campaigns is important. Like here. We're going to keep our bug back. Keep the Battleborn back. Move this Battleborn back, I think. Yeah, this has really been the tale of the sandwiches. Like, we sandwiched them in this formation, and we also got sandwiched by 2 empires. But despite that, we are doing quite well. Okay, I hope our army unit there doesn't die. Again, I love Battleborns. Even though you can't retrofit them, they typically spawn with very good stat ratios. And if we lose one, it's not the end of the world. We're getting a proliferator soon. See, Battleborns are even better than Foragers, the unit you can actually build. So yeah, that was wonderful. And we gained lots of cadavers. Excellent. We should get the perks here, because our hero perks are actually weirdly better for governing. I mean, this is good, giving us bonus regeneration, but we already have high regeneration. So we should rather get these perks, like this reinforcement horn is very nice. I know it's called Rallying Call, but it's basically the horn. And then increasing the defense and life on our units is neat. Extra accessory slots can be pretty good in the end game. And bonus defense on our hero is also nice, if we want our hero to tank. But yeah, we've decimated their defenses, and once we bring the proliferator over, I'm ready for round 2. I think I should get another proliferator. Well, do I really need to? Probably not. I can also get a burrow. At that point, maybe I should just research cannon fodder a bit faster. Nah, this is fine. Alright, so thanks for joining me for this episode of Endless Legend. I think, well, like, this is... I wanted to say things look bad, but looking back, we had enough units to defend against the AI. The armies were relatively flimsy, and we had that powerful necro drone. And our plan basically panned out. What we planned is we're going to go for titanium weapons. We had this early. Pick up the titanium weapons. We start with this upgrade, by the way. And set up our armies, get all of these good military upgrades, and then later set up this proliferator to generate infinite armies. We have some good units, especially these Battleborn, which we picked up through these stockpiles. Which was so good even that I sort of wonder if I should just keep this recycled stockpile for the next dust eclipse. As crazy as that sounds. Maybe that's crazy. Like a free worker is a free worker, you know. But effectively, our military defensive strategy panned out. We took 2 fights on the defensive, and we crushed the enemy army both times with superior tactics. And that's basically how you should play a military faction on endless difficulty. And this is, in my opinion, the best military faction. And probably the best faction. If you're struggling with endless difficulty, just try this kind of setup. Just go for 2 cities. You can even... Yeah, maybe stay on 1 city, I'm not sure about that. Go for 2 cities. Once you reach tier 2, once you've gotten your food production up, like we did in the first video, just get all of these upgrades, build up an army, and be ready to push with the proliferator. Here I'm pushing a bit sooner. You don't have to, you can just stay on the defensive. And then push once you feel comfortable with your proliferator and your 6-stack armies via this upgrade. But basically, this is the plan of this faction. And because of proliferators and and the battleborns during the dust eclipse with these stockpiles, this is the one faction that can really match the AI in terms of unit production, even outmuscle them at the start of the early stage of the game. Like this turn 40, almost every other faction I don't know help against the endless AI. And sort of because of these strengths, I just wonder if Necrophages might just be the strongest faction in the game. Let's see if we can go from strength to strength in the next episode. So thanks again for tuning in. I really have fun recording these episodes. I took a short break from the endless games to play some Invisible Ink, which you can also check out on my channel. Another great game. But I'm happy to be sort of back in the, I don't know, driving seat, bug hive. Back with my insectoid colony and busy like laying sieges to cities and other fun stuff. So if you enjoyed this as much as I did, or if you learned something, consider leaving a like and subscribing to help my channel out. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. So bye.